You know, Joe Rogan's also coming here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he said he's leaving L.A.
Really now?
Yeah, he started building his studio. I don't know
Wow.
where it is, but he said he's also leaving LA. He's done with it.
Oh wow. I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of people are really getting fed up.
Mhm.
Wow. Let's just hope the acting industry is still good there.
I mean, California's
Probably
very.
not, but we don't
I
know.
mean, right now it isn't, but I've heard I've heard it's a way like how the big productions are trying to like start up again. I heard that it's gonna be like certain days where certain people have to do because it's
Yeah.
really weird. So it's like one day the lighting crew will show up and then they'll do all their thing, and like the next day it's certain actors.
It's weird. It's gonna be really weird.
It's
I
yeah
don't think. I don't think we should start shooting again.
yeah,
In my
and
opinion.
they're trying to divide it up to like it's all pods. So it's like
Mhm.
like I said, like the lighting goes in, they do their thing, go away, and then the next day it's like sound people come in, they do their thing, and like the actors.
Sounds like theater. It sounds like theater tech.
It's really weird. I don't know.
Because I just think we're so used to like seeing it happen right there, but now that obviously this pandemic is making things difficult, they're like elongating the process, you know?
Mhm.
And I don't think that's good, you know? Because obviously a lot of, I think it's just gonna cost a lot of money, really, to do all that when you could do it in one go, in one
Mhm.
day. You know, obviously none. Obviously after this pandemic,
Yeah.
because wow, because actually believe it or not, one of my former coworkers that I used to work with at Old Navy, her mother recently passed away because of COVID-19,
Mm.
and like a lot of people are still acting like ridiculous because of the mask, because
Yeah.
of businesses, and trying to get things running up again. Yeah, what's the cost of trying to run a business again? Potentially losing lives.
Mhm.
And it's just crazy. I mean, I hope she's doing okay. I mean, I have no connection to contact, but
Yeah, you just heard about it.
I just heard about it through Snapchat, actually.
Mm. It's just a weird thing because it's not like yeah, it's sad when like someone dies,
Mhm.
but like I don't believe it's doing like the damage,
Yeah.
like the actual numbers. Because for example, like I've seen a bunch of statistics, and most of the people are dying are like over,
Yeah.
they're like over
They're old.
65. They're old. So it's like it comes to question like if COVID wasn't gonna do it, something else was in a matter of time.
Yeah.
And then even here, especially in the U.S., like the reason we're number one, it's because it's our lifestyle.
We're really risky.
Well, it's not that. It was like first of all the shit that we eat. Like I work at a Starbucks,
Mhm.
so I know
Oh,
the
do you still
shit.
work at
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one? Oh, but it's just a different
Yeah,
location.
it's a different location. Yeah,
Mhm.
they closed that one down.
I know. I heard.
The government.
My twin sister actually works at one over in Addison. Not
Hmm.
the drive-through one.
Oh, the one further down. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know which one you're talking about.
Is that where you're working?
No, no, I'm working down in Dallas.
Oh, in
Yeah,
Dallas. Ooh.
it's not that bad, but I know the shit that you order,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's very questionable. Let's just say it. Let's just keep it at that.
I'm just gonna say it. I rarely go to Starbucks because I don't like coffee. I only go there for tea,
Hmm.
and only times I ever actually have Starbucks is because of my sister. So,
Yeah.
because she brings those free drinks home. So,
Yeah. Shout out to the free drinks. You know,
dude, shout out for real, cause like
that's just
it's
expensive.
expensive. Yeah, like I tried the special when I went to see this grand opening for like this high beast, high end stuff like Supreme and whatnot. Uh, I went after to Starbucks because I was like, man, I'm thirsty, but I don't want a water. I want like a tea, a
Hmm.
cold brew tea. And like, it was what's their sizing again? Because I'm not familiar. What's their
Just
their
go with small, medium, large.
All right, I'm just gonna
That's
say
what I
I'm
say.
just gonna say small because it looked really small. So
Uh,
I just got like a small order of like this dragon. No, not dragon. I think it was dragon because it was purplish or like a magenta color,
yeah.
and like the main base was like obviously lemonade and
Mm.
whatnot, and it's like $6-7 for that thing. It's like
Yep.
golly.
Yep.
I was like, for that size, for that much ice in that thing. Oh, I forgot to ask. No ice. I always ask. I always say no ice on my
Yeah, just the
drinks.
way the ratio works out, there's just way too much ice.
Dude,
Like
like
I'll use,
3/4 of the
I'm
damn
like the
cup.
one that tries to hook it up. But sometimes I'm just being lazy, so I'm like,
We need
here.
people like that.
No,
We need more.
I'll definitely hook it up. I've gotten bitched at for
Are you
hooking it
serious?
up. Yeah, because I'll usually like, especially when it comes to iced coffees,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a certain amount that you have to do, but I'll always like pour in a little extra
Yeah.
just 'cause I hook it up. I'm like, nah, y'all getting coffee. I ain't getting this ice BS. I got bitched at for it. And
I mean,
they wanted me to remake the drink, but it was like 7:30, so it's like right in the middle of peak.
oh
So I was
god.
like, and it was actually a store manager, which I didn't even know. I just started bitching back, 'cause like, hey, you're bitching. I didn't give a fuck.
Oh
I
my
didn't give a fuck.
god.
So I was like, hey, you know what? There's too many damn cars. You can make size coffee. I'm gonna go work on the next drink. All right.
Damn, that reminds me of my days in retail.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
my
good.
god.
I'm no filter like that. I was like, if you're trying to bitch, I'm here. You
I
can
know.
like here. You can remake this drink. I'm gonna go make the next one. All
I
right.
know. Dude, customers are ridiculous.
No, and
Like,
then even one of the shifts came up to me like after the shift.
uh-huh.
I was like, you were right. I don't like her either. I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to hook it up.
I'm trying to
Plus,
hook it
it's
up.
also plus like I'll get in my zone.
Uh-huh.
So like after like there's so many people coming, just like doing your thing. Like
Yeah.
when someone starts talking to you, that pisses me off.
It does. Yeah.
Like I know, especially when we're especially on the weekends, 'cause that's when like more people tend to come in.
Yeah.
Like I'll make sure to keep my head down the entire time. Cause
Just
like as soon as I make eye contact,
oh, you're fucked.
one of the, yeah, they're like, can I get a cup of water? Like bitch, you don't see all these cups lined up and you want a damn water?
Give me a minute, please.
Like you're gonna get like you have to give me a few minutes.
Give me a few minutes, man.
Or, like just buy
Oh my
like
god.
just get one from home. Why do you need a damn water?
Dude, that reminds me of like customers waiting in line for the checkout. Like they would try to like make themselves entitled and
Mhm.
try to be like, "Yo, I got something to do. Like I need to like, cash out now."
Mhm.
I'm just like, "Well, you should have came a little earlier than now cuz like 30 minutes ago I saw you lollygagging in the men's aisle. And then next you know you're getting kids and then you're women's and now you're here bitching about how the fact that you have something to do at a specific time when you were obviously wasting all of it fucking around.
Mhm.
Really, like messing up like obviously in retail,
Yeah.
they obviously a lot of people mess up the the displays of how nicely folded a specific
Mhm.
clothing is, and next you know there's a bunch of assholes that are just like flip the whole thing and it's just a painful mess to deal with.
Mhm.
Like if you're not having a good day, oh my god.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I'd feel the same like in fucking what's your line? Food in the food industry?
yeah.
I just want to say food. I didn't want to say fast food because that's what I'm so used to saying, but they're not fast
It's the
food.
same shit.
I don't feel like it is because it's fresh. I mean,
Not.
it is sort of fast because you got to get it done fast in a
Mhm.
fastly manner.
It's still I consider it fast food.
All right,
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the worst thing is usually whenever I'm like making the drinks, it
Mhm.
most stores are set up to like you have like the drinks and it's like the little corner and then where you hand off to
Yeah.
people. Like on the other side, it's the food, like where
Oh
the ovens
really?
are.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Most people are like aware of that setup. There's people out that'll start bitching. Like I ordered a sandwich 5 minutes ago. I'm
Mhm.
like, bitch, do you see where the oven is? Like, why are you bitching at me?
Go over
Like,
there.
go bitch at them.
Go over bitch at them,
Like,
not
go bitch,
me. I'm making
yeah, go
drinks.
bitch at her. She's the one with the sandwiches.
God
And then even then they'll have like all those like the stickers lined
Yeah.
up and like they're struggling over there. I was like, just gone to headset to like I had to get them out of my face. Here,
Oh
you
my
deal with them.
god. Dude, that reminds it's just like those customers, man, that they would try to return something that they bought because they didn't like it. This goes for both industries, really.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just because the way it
Like
looks, I don't
those.
want it.
Why'd you get in the
Give me
first
back
place
my
then?
fucking money, you pig. Like,
Like
bruh,
it's
chill
H&M.
out.
It's $5, dude. Go fucking.
Like, I had like, I'm just gonna display this person as a Karen
Yeah.
because she was acting like one.
We'll go with it.
We'll go with Karen. So this Karen, I was up in cashiers, right, or cash point, and next you know, this lady is waiting for a return. I'm like, all right, I'm like, I can get you right here, ma'am. She's bitching about the fact that she bought a pair of shorts, obviously at H&M, not ours, but at a local H&M, and the zipper had broken. I was like, okay, well, what did you do with it? First of all, I don't see no tags on it, therefore it was obviously worn. She's like, well, after putting it into the wash a few times, I'm like, oh, well, there's your answer. I didn't say that, out loud, just in my mind. Well,
Yeah.
there's your answer. You put it in the wash. You put it in the wash incorrectly. I don't know how you put things in the wash correctly or incorrectly. I just follow what should be done. Like graphic shirts, wash them inside out. Same with jeans.
Mm.
But I don't know what the hell she did with these denim shorts, or well, her daughter did with them. I don't know what she did with them. She was making like comments like she didn't do anything crazy, yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, I bet so. I bet so. Just trying to get you out of here as fast as I could. And at this point, she's already demanding for a refund. Keep in mind, this is like around 10 in the morning
Oh God.
when there's like hardly any customers. Only customers that are ever there are probably for returns, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like so many people at the store working already. I think it was actually only 4 people were working. Just one manager and then 2 other people in 2 different locations. I was the only one at cash point. So next you know, she's already yelling about wanting a refund. A full refund. I'm like, ma'am, I genuinely got upset already and just started to yell at her. Like, I don't remember what I exactly said, but it was like, ma'am, you already worn it. You've already washed it. You've already did all the above to the point where it's unreturnable. And the fact that you're yelling for a complete refund because of a tiny flaw that was caused by you for how you treated the clothing is not my problem, nor is the company's fault for manufacturing it that way. Only thing I can do for you is either you can donate clothing, because that's what H&M does, is they donate clothing. You could get like 15% off on your next purchase online or in person. So I just said, I gave her that option, or she could try to find a way and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. She decided to donate it, quiet the whole time, donated it. I gave her 15% off coupon. I genuinely said thank you and have a good day. Golly. I don't think I've
Like
ever...
10 in the morning.
10:30ish in the fucking morning, dude. I had to wake up at like... And I did truck. So I had to be there at like 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because in retail, we do things called truck. The term is called truck in different places, but it's different from other places. But for us, it's truck, where we have new product. We just hang them, put the sensors on them, make sure it's the right thing, and then we just put it out on the floor where they hang, right? You've always seen them. So I already had to do that from 7 till 10, right? So we had 3 hours to do that shit. I was not having it because it was so early in the morning. Already the 4th hour in. No, the 3rd hour in. I'm already getting bitched at.
God, I've had that happen.
I think everywhere happens. Everywhere with everybody.
No, okay. So at my old store, we had this one lady. So we opened at 4:30.
Oh yeah, for food.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll always.
yeah, we open at 4:30. Sometimes we get there at 4. Sometimes I have to wake up around 3. So there
Oh
was
god,
we had. You're
jeez.
trying to think about it. I got used to it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck anymore. We had this one lady that would come in every morning, or she wouldn't come in. It would be through the drive-through
Mhm.
every single morning at 4:30, and like even if we weren't open yet, she would just like hang out in the parking lot and
Really?
like
When did y'all open?
at 4:30.
Oh, 4:30 exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like at 5. So she just chilled there for 30 minutes. I
No,
was about
no,
to
like she'd
say.
get there at around 4:20,
Um,
4:22, whatever it was. So she just like
so
chill
she
there.
just wait.
Yeah, she just
That's
wait.
some dedication right there.
That's I don't know what she did. I never asked.
It's best not to.
But I mean, she would. I'm sure she worked at some
Some
sort of
business.
construction or something
Oh,
like that.
construction.
Yeah, cause she would always wear like a highlighter,
Oh,
like
reflective
a brick
paneling.
Yeah. She'd wear that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming somewhere along those lines.
Probably Amazon. I don't know.
I honestly don't. I
I don't
honestly
know.
don't know, and it was too early to ask.
I mean, because we wear that too
Yeah.
sometimes.
I don't know, but the point is she'd show up there every morning, and
Mhm.
I don't know what it was, but she would get upset when new people started working there. Yeah, it's really
That's
weird
odd.
because it's retail. Yeah. Because she would go up and then it's like, hey, what can we get you? Blah blah blah. And
Hmm.
she's like, I'll have my usual. So like normally if you're a regular, like I
Oh.
eventually learned it. So
Mhm.
like
Oh, okay.
I
Is
got
that
it.
all?
Yeah, it's like I'll have my usual. Blah blah blah. But I remember my first time there, and
Oh
then she was like, "Out my usual," and then I just stayed quiet, and then she started getting upset, and then one of the other people are like, "Oh yeah, are you getting your triple mocha, whatever?" And then she was like, "Are you new?" I was like,
Fuck yeah.
I haven't opened, but I've been working here for a minute. I know all the drinks." I didn't say that, but I was like, I'm paraphrasing. I was like, I know all the drinks, but I don't know who you are.
Mhm.
So I don't know what
I don't know what your
I don't
order
know
is.
what your usual is. And like she just started giving an attitude. She started going
Yeah.
off.
All
Or like,
gnarly,
well,
right?
at least on me, she didn't do that. I don't know
Mhm.
why. I mean, I guess I just have like, she got up to the window and then I just kind of introduced myself like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start working in the mornings, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And then like she was cool with it. But then again, it's also the way you talk to people.
Yeah.
Because if you start being a bitch back to them, it's only gonna get worse.
Oh, for sure.
So I just choose to ignore it, just because like
Mhm.
I don't know where these people been. I don't know what they
I don't
can
know
be
what they did
going through.
before. Yeah.
I don't know what they could be going through. So I'm like, I choose to ignore it.
Mhm.
And then there's also these times where I don't know like you try to get that little small talk going like, hey, how's your day been, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And, like I don't really pay attention, like, oh yeah, that's dope. And then did you ever hear Julia's?
Um. Yeah. Didn't she get like flirted at or catcalled?
Well she's all sorts of stuff, but
Oh
there
no, the one
was,
where this one woman was gonna visit her mom
yeah.
at the hospital. Oh my god.
Julia, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
It was bound to be brought up because I
Yeah,
did listen to some.
yeah, we're sorry. But it was just terrible timing because you don't really
Yeah.
pay attention because you already have so much other stuff going on. Like the last thing you want to do is
Mhm.
talk to more people.
Yeah.
So you get that little small talk, like, oh yeah, that's cool, whatever, blah blah blah. Here's your drink. Have a
Have a good
nice day.
day. Yeah.
Next car. And then that just it could have happened to me. I'm
I
gonna be
know. I
honest.
mean, it happens to everybody,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. It's just
It's
it's
just
just
in a timely matter.
it's just unfortunate the way it happened. Like, oh yeah, I'm visiting my mom at the hospital. Oh, that's cool. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that sounds
That sounds
fun.
fun. um,
Sorry again.
sorry, yeah, Julia.
Also, shout out. You should check out her podcast. It's pretty interesting.
Her? Oh, she
Yes.
started one.
No, the one that she had
Oh,
here.
her episode. I was
Yeah,
about to
her
say like she
episode.
started one.
No,
Damn,
the one
that's.
that she had here.
Oh
It's
yeah,
interesting. Y'all should
yeah.
go check it out.
It's a good one. Yeah, it was.
But if you want an entertaining one, check out Lewis's.
I have other internet.
I mean, as far as I know.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as I know.
I know I've had a few episodes where I got pretty drunk,
Oh God.
and then the one later, we're definitely gonna do stuff.
Oh God. You want to talk about that?
We'll talk about it in the next episode.
Oh, I'm coming back.
I mean, if you're down, I don't care. You can just hang out there.
Oh, with the other person.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna sound interesting.
yeah. I mean,
Have
I'm
3 people. Dang, how about that? 2 people in one podcast.
I mean, I've had other people just like hang out when like
Oh,
someone
really?
else is talking, but
Not really interact with the mic.
I mean, yeah, we'll interact with them. It's just because like the mic situation at the moment and
Oh,
like
yeah.
the desk setting is
How it
really
is so
weird
far.
still.
I think to me it's panned out well.
Yeah,
It's panned
yeah,
out
it is.
well.
Yeah, I got it figured out, but like then I have to like figure out where the third mic it
Yeah.
is.
Believe it or not, I'm actually gonna start live streaming.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Mainly gaming, to be honest with you. Cause like some of my free time, I do play PlayStation. I play PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, sometimes here and there. I did play some PC before I went to PlayStation because I got fed up with mouse and keyboard.
Damn.
So, I mean, you're going to always start off ass when you play mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to make it easier for me and just go on console, what I'm used to. So, it's sometime in the near future, hopefully. I'm going to start that up. But from seeing like as for somebody who's doing something similar, but like, just one-on-one conversation,
Mhm.
no, not a whole PC and so many monitors. I think this is pretty good so
Yeah,
far.
I appreciate that.
Cause like it does take a lot of time and effort, especially money to get the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And this wasn't even that bad, to be honest.
really,
Yeah.
I know like a lot of people would spend like thousands.
Oh shit! This probably cost around 100.
100. Wow.
I mean, excluding the laptop, obviously, because I already.
I mean,
had
yeah,
it,
because
but,
you already
like,
had. If you had
even
things
then-
before, you count that out. But like, in order to build up to like the premium quality of what you're trying to sell out there or
Mhm.
put out there, really, is gonna be like thousands of dollars
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
own money. But honestly, this is to me. I think I would manage with this for like a year or two.
That's what I've been doing. Shit, it's been going on for almost a year.
A year now?
It'll be a year in September.
Wow,
September
look at
1st.
that.
Yeah,
that's
why-
amazing.
yeah,
That's good. For a
I-
setup like this is pretty good.
I appreciate that.
You should add some like those lining lights that go around.
Yeah, there's only so much I can do here.
I
'cause-
know.
But hopefully, if I get a spot soon, like we'll definitely like.
But like for me, my issue is I have a really small room, and like the main thing that takes up the space is my mattress, my bed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's already hard as it is.
Yeah.
So if I add a computer to like my little counter that I have like my TV and my PlayStation, oh God, I don't know how that's gonna look.
Yeah.
So it's just how things pan out, you know.
Yeah, I thought about like going to somewhere else and like just having a setup there. Like
Mhm.
it'll be like a podcast slash workplace.
Office. Like
Yeah,
an
yeah,
office.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
Like somewhere I can smoke. Cause I'll have people that ask me like, "Can I smoke in here?" I'm like, "No, dude, I'm
That
sorry. It's
pens
gonna
y'all.
stink."
We're not doing that.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's gonna stink up, and it's still my parents' house."
Yeah. Just
Like-
open up the window, bro. Open up the window.
Nah, it's not gonna like the
Still
smell.
gonna
The smell
reek.
doesn't care. Yeah, you're gonna walk in like, "Woo!"
Ooh.
Fuck
All you
that.
hear is
I'm like, you can-
Snoop Dogg playing, you know?
Yeah. I'm like you. I mean, if you want to vape in here, fuck it. It smells good.
I mean, depends too, because
yeah.
the regular ones smell like ass.
Yeah.
I don't vape, but
Let's
I've
have
smelled them.
Let's have it flavored. I used to. I've never fucked with it. It's
I
not
don't.
for me.
I don't fuck with nicotine at all.
Oh no, I didn't vape Nick. Well, there was one point, but it was just like I got it from other people. I never bought my own. It
Oh.
was like-
Yeah, that was with me too.
Mhm.
Like, I was at Pluckers once, well, one time, well, this one occurrence, and remember, lamb sauce, Jack Lamb,
Oh,
Jack Lamb sauce. Yeah, I saw him there, but he was waiting for people, right?
mm-hmm.
But I'm already with my group, so we're just talking, and then I was mentioning that I have a dab pen, and he pulls out his vape, and he's going to town with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Gerson, we're just having a laugh at it. I don't remember what we were talking about, but he's like, oh man, like this one's really good. Like it's like a mango something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you want to try it out? I'm like, I didn't know it was a vape pen, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I just thought it was a dab pen, so I was like,
Oh,
fuck it.
sure, all right.
I'm like, all right, fuck it. I have mango. Yeah, let me take that.
Let
You
me
know.
get that mango.
So I took a pretty chunky hit, and all I felt my throat. It felt the most uncomforting feeling
Ooh.
ever. And I was like, oh shit, this ain't THC.
Hmm.
This is straight nicotine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, exhaling was, ooh, I don't know. This was the first time I've ever inhaled anything
Mm-hmm.
nicotine. So it just felt really wacky.
Yeah.
But flavor, amazing. Smell, amazing. Feeling, not so good.
See, I'll fuck with cigars,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just because you don't really
Oh,
inhale
the
cigars.
big. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you don't inhale them. You just like keep them in the mouth. And it's a good flavor. And like you'll feel a buzz for sure.
Mm-hmm. Eventually,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, you feel good,
I
and
want to
it's a
try
good
one.
flavor.
To be honest with
They're
you,
really good. Yeah.
I'm waiting until I'm that age again.
Again. Oh yeah.
Cause like no, it's because if you didn't know, they actually changed like the age.
Oh yeah, I know. They changed to 21 again.
But like for us, whoever was born after August of 2001, we're still able to purchase nicotine products or tobacco because we've already been exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then now they've changed it entirely. Now you gotta be
Yeah.
21,
Mm-hmm.
even if you were born before August 2001,
Whatever it
2001,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, god dang, I wanted to taste my first cigar, and now I can't even buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone I can only look at it. you know?
Yeah. There's a really good place called House of Cigars. It's over on Midway.
Oh, is it like? Is it next to that Condom Sense?
No, no, it's off of Midway, but it's towards Alpha.
Towards
Or no,
Alpha.
not Alpha. You know where like Green Hill that school is? That
Yeah.
like
Oh, that private school?
I forgot what that street's called. Do you remember what it's called?
I don't remember. But
It's like
I know the area you're
it's like
talking
something
about.
Springs, whatever it
Oh,
is.
Spring Valley.
Spring Valley.
There you
That's where
go.
it is. It's off of Midway and Spring Valley.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're really good, and then like they make them in house.
Oh
And, like they
wow.
have their own humidor and everything.
Oh, same thing. The same thing with well, they don't buy it. Well, they don't make it themselves. It's like bought already or imported.
Mm-hmm.
The one next to that common condom sense.
I,
I've been there once with my brother-in-law, so that was a
no,
pretty interesting.
I haven't seen that one, but I like House of Cigars a lot.
That one. I'm not sure if House of Cigars is that what it's called.
I think it is, yeah.
But the one over here, I don't even know what it's called. It actually has a bar inside.
Oh, really?
So like I remember walking in the first time, I dressed like a bum, so I
Yeah.
matched well. So it
Yeah.
was unexpected too, so it was funny. All I see is like, I swear I was walking in like on a mafia movie scene, dude. Like I saw a midget smoking away a big fat cigar in the corner, like in the seats over. I don't know how to describe it, but out of a mafia scene, you know.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, and I was like, "Damn, am I in a movie?" Like the setting was so amazing and well put together. You know, it gave off that vibe,
Yeah.
and like the the bartender was also the cashier with the cigars.
Oh shit.
So it was like a 2-in-1 deal, and I was like, "Wow, that's freaking cool."
Mm-hmm.
I can't drink, but I could smoke, you know.
Yeah.
And they also had like a bunch of like knives on display as well.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. I think they obviously changed it up because
Yeah.
from what I heard, they changed it up all the time. So I'm like, oh okay. But that was a pretty cool experience for like walking in like a
Mhm.
cigar house that also had a bar itself, you know. It was pretty spacious. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was like the lounge right there, and I'm assuming if you, because there was like a door to the left next to the bartending counter. It leads to another bar where there's like the obvious like the seats that you could sit on or like with the bartender, you know. So there was obviously more space there, but I think for where I was, it was more like the lounge,
Mm-hmm.
cause like we had to go, cause cause the room next to the doorway to that other bar, that's where it was all the cigars
Mm.
and like all the humidifier stuff and you name it. It was pretty cool.
That sounds dope.
I mean, it was like a quick glance and
Yeah.
like a quick step in,
Yeah.
so I don't remember all of it as much, but it just looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I'll just remember it as like a mafia scene, with the Italiano,
And then you have part Italian in you, don't you?
Yeah, like a percentage, so
Like a small percentage.
small percentage.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I look Italian too. I give
Yeah.
off Italian vibes.
You can pull. Yeah, you do definitely.
Cause like even at work, like even at like Amazon, I still get asked because they read like because I have like an arm strap with my badge.
Mm-hmm.
They read under like they're like your name's Luigi, but like your last name sounds Mexican or Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Luigi Marbar Pena. They didn't add the hyphen to it, so it's Pena. So
Mm-hmm.
it sounds funny because when if you're a Spanish speaker, it sounds me da pena, you know. So, uh, but back to that, it's like, are you Italian or Mexican? And I'm just like, I'm just European, my dude.
You're a
Or
mutt.
I'm a mutt. Basically, I am. Well, to be specific, I'm like half Native American and half European. So I
Mm.
do have Spaniard blood, but that doesn't make me like Mexican, as
Yeah.
most people would say. I'm just,
So you're part colonizer and part
yeah.
or part conqueror, part conquered.
Conqueror and conquered, yes. In other words, yeah.
It's basically what it is.
Yeah, so I am a combination of a lot of things. Well,
Mm.
European and North American wise.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it? I remember in the DNA test that I took, I had like 3%. Um, it started with MA and it was in Africa. I remember saying this to my dad. I'm like, check it out, I'm part African. What's up? But I didn't, I didn't give off like those vibes of,
You're like, I'm part
racism.
black. I can
Like,
say the N word.
yeah, I didn't want to say that because
Yeah.
obviously, believe it or not, my neighbors are black.
Mm-hmm.
So like, my dad has no filter, so he goes
Oh.
off whenever he feels like it. Not
Yeah.
only that, whenever he smokes, we have like this sliding door window ish
Mhm.
thing. So obviously, noise goes out.
Oh.
I already know he's heard a lot of things,
Yeah.
but we don't insult. Or well,
Mm.
my dad doesn't insult, and I don't try to insult either. So
It's just like part of like, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
like you just say it as like as part of a joke, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll admit I've said it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not not the hard R, but I've never used it as like
Like offensive.
as offensive,
Yeah.
because that's what everybody really says it. If somebody says I've never said the N word, bullshit. Yeah, you have. But you just don't want to admit that you've said it, but you just never said it in the most racial term.
Yeah. Like I know I've said it, but it's like, I'll just like fuck around. Like that's really who I am.
Just stupid, yeah. I mean, to be honest, we're still kids. Like that inner kid
Yeah,
of us.
We're young as fuck, dude.
I mean,
We
we're
really
still
are.
young, yeah. And there's so many.
Don't have kids.
not,
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, dude. Give it like honestly, just give it a few years. Like go out, like travel,
I want to,
travel.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to. Well, my original plan, as soon as after I graduated high school, was to go to England.
Mhm.
That was my original plan. But then little did I know, everything is not cheap
Oh yeah.
And then working like a shitty retail job, you get paid like so much. So I wasn't making enough bank to even go, you know?
Yeah.
And my plan was to stay there a month. So yeah, that wasn't gonna pan out.
Yeah, I worked construction for a minute, so that's why I was able to
Yo,
leave.
you were able to leave
Yeah.
and stay there for how long? Where
The
did you
first
stay? You went
well,
to
I went
Germany,
around.
right?
I went around.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been to Germany twice, but
Okay.
like the first time I was in France, Germany, and Spain.
Oh, Spain. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I remember you would not stop talking about
Like,
it.
dude, yeah, in Spain, dude, they did this and blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, shit, like it's an experience.
It
Like
is a
it
beautiful
really is.
experience.
Yeah.
I think the only time I've been able to see places like that are through Assassin's Creed. That was it.
Yeah.
Or movies, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But definitely, like, one thing is, like, seeing it on TV, on Google, watching YouTube, and, like, other
Is
things actually
yeah,
experiencing it.
yourself, you
It's
know.
so different. Not only that, but, like, something it does to the brain is that it'll raise your alertiveness.
Hmm.
So you're more alert, because you don't know what's going on. Like,
That too.
because
And I don't speak
here,
French.
yeah,
Or French, yeah. I don't
yeah,
speak any of that.
because, like, here in a way, like it's really why people start feeling like numb and like depressed. That's why it happens because you
Hmm.
get in a place in your life where you just get really comfortable
Hmm.
and your brain just get used to it, so it
Yeah.
doesn't so it's not alert anymore. It starts going to this sleep state. So it's like kind of where like you hear people like, oh yeah, I'm more woke or like whatever, like
Yeah.
that's something else. But you start going to this sleep state in a way, and you just fall into like this trap. So I know that's what happens to me.
Hmm.
That's why all of a sudden I'll get super spontaneous. That's really
Or
what
like
happened. Like,
paranoid.
no, not paranoid. It's just like I'm a spontaneous person because I
Hmm.
know, and it's happened before, or it's happened often where I'll start feeling numb, and I'm like I gotta do something,
When you're somewhere new.
and then like a week later I'm like, all right, I'm going to Europe, cause fuck it,
Oh.
cause I want to go. I'm like, yeah, or like even with the podcast, I'm like, I'm feeling numb. I need to do something. Podcast, talk to people.
It's good connections, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like it keeps the brain moving.
Yeah.
And like when you travel, since you're so unaware of the surroundings, just human nature that
Yeah.
you have to be more alert. So like
Hmm.
you get to notice more things, and like you notice like the little things,
A
like when
lot
it comes to
quicker.
people. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. And then this even happens actually. It's quite interesting. Like you'll get when you're back, or like when you come back from a certain place, or especially when you're in a place where you don't speak the language,
Hmm.
it's really a mind fuck in terms of because your brain will hear sounds, and if
Uh-huh.
it's something it's not familiar with, it'll try to
Register it as something
it'll
you
try to
know.
register it, and it'll try to translate it into something you do know.
Yeah.
So like you said you don't speak French. So you
Yeah.
go to France and like you're hearing these
These
sounds.
dialects.
Yeah, and you speak Spanish and I'm assuming you
And yeah.
speak a little Italian.
No, I don't
You
speak
don't speak
Italian.
Italian, but you speak Spanish.
I speak
Yeah.
Spanish.
But are you fluent? But you could say you're fluent.
Yeah, I could say I'm somewhat
Yeah,
fluent.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can hold a conversation.
Yeah.
I know my directions and all, but
Mhm.
certain
Like
things like slang, I don't know.
yeah. But you know the conversational Spanish, which is good
Yeah.
enough really. But French and Spanish are really really similar because they're both from the Latin
Yeah,
root.
from the Latin root,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when you go over there and you hear these people speaking French, it'll somewhat sounds familiar because it has that
The
Latin
Latin, yeah.
sound. So your brain will try to register it as Spanish, but it still doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So it has to work like double to like try to get the words across.
Mm.
So like it is a real mind fuck.
I bet it is.
And like even after a week, like there's times where you get exhausted. You're like, yeah, I don't want to go out. Like I'm super sick, but just because your brain's been working so hard, trying to like
Mhm.
keep up with everything. Like you see signs, and like where like the brain is just programmed to like where you read something. Or like when you see a word, you read it automatically. You don't know that you're reading it, but like
Mm.
that's a W. Like over
Mm.
there, or like
The brand
Yeah, like whatever
logo.
it says right here,
Yeah.
or like here Dasani. Like you're not reading it,
Mhm.
or like you're not making the effort to read Dasani, but you just know because it's just the way the brain is
It's
programmed.
yeah.
So when you go to like that sort of country, like your brain sees letters, so it registers them as a language,
Mhm.
and it tries to translate them back to like the closest thing it can get.
Mm.
So that's why it's a real mind fuck. And like after you come back, you're super, like, you're exhausted
From trying to like trying
from your
to
brain working
understand.
double. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But not only that, but just in general, like you're in a different environment, like different way of living.
Oh,
So
for sure.
it is completely different. But that's what it does to the brain. Like it opens it up more. Like it makes it more alert.
Yeah.
And then of course you're having a time of your life because you
You're
meet random
somewhere
people
new.
from all
Yeah.
over. Yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful experience, and I like that's kind of my goal. Just like try to get people to travel as much as possible,
Mm.
especially right now that we're young. Or
Oh, for sure.
like
For sure.
like for
Like,
example, you like you're planning on having kids. Like that's good and all, but you're still young as fuck.
yeah, I'm
Like
so
you
young.
have
Yeah.
years. You're 19,
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not.
almost 20.
Yeah. I mean, I want to have kids. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
not right now.
yeah, go travel. Like go
I want to
see.
do some things first.
Yeah,
Yeah. Put
go see
some
places.
full marks on my name at least
Yeah,
before I settle down and take full
yeah.
responsibility. You know?
Like right now you're free. You haven't done shit yet. So it's like
Nah.
there's only so much you can fuck up about yourself because you haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Or it's like it's still worth it. You have nothing to lose. You literally have nothing to lose
If anything, yeah. Really.
because you haven't really done shit.
Okay.
So it's like
Well, classify. Well, what do you mean by
no, I'm
shit?
I'm I'm just saying like you work at Amazon. Or
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's replaceable. Like you're like fuck Amazon. I'll go work here
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
Or like you you stop working at H&M, but it's still a retail job. You can work at Gap.
Yeah.
Or like anything. So that's kind of what I mean in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. When it came to that, want to know how they let me go?
Hmm.
Literally, I pulled up to drop off. I think yeah, it was a game from one of my ex coworker, right? Cause like we started playing and he was like, "Oh, let's try to play this game, right?" So I already bought it. So I bought like 3 copies. So me and the other two ex coworkers that still work there, we could all play it, right? I did not want to see the general manager at all.
Hmm.
I did not want to see him. Unfortunately, I heard his voice saying my name, and I was like, shit. So, obviously, I had to conversate with him.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to get to the case in point. He asked if I could work weekends. I just said, nah, Chief. If you remember the message I sent you, I can't at all. I can't work Fridays or Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
I can maybe work a Sunday, but it'll have to be like a truck shift of like 4 hours. Because I've already been up for more than like 14 hours already.
Yeah.
And I need to sleep.
Yeah.
So, obviously, working another 4, obviously, I would be fine with that, right? And I can also work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and be done, right? He was not having it.
Oh.
He was like, well, then I'm not gonna, then I'm not, well, he basically said, then I'm not gonna bring you back because I need workers for the weekend. And I just said, well, okay. I mean, there's also weekdays, not weekends. Like, just because I can't work Saturday doesn't mean I can't work Sunday. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not only that, I'm not the only person who has a second job, you know?
Yeah.
Well, at the time, I thought I was going to be brought back, but there's other people who don't even come in weekends at all. And they come in like either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Mm-hmm.
They come in one of those days. And they're still there. While they're
Wow.
working like their main job of whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, really? Like, you're letting them have the privilege but not me? And I already reminded him I was gonna have to change my whole schedule. Cause like then I had a lot of free time. I could pick up hours if I
Yeah.
wanted to. Cause I was just a regular part timer, and I was just like, whatever, let me just make some money. And now it's like, oh well, now I have like a huge main source of income. Let me just work here just to make some chump money. And that was really it. That's what my original plan was. But next,
Mhm.
I was let go.
Yeah.
Like last month, I got my papers of like my official termination papers. So and they sent in like my final paycheck of like 250. So it was really whatever. So um I mean, to be honest, I was kind of like expecting it, but not really.
Yeah.
Cuz and the thing about that I hated about this manager, I'm not going to say his name
Yeah.
for anonymous reasons, but
Yeah.
he always, always, always tries to make things look positive when they're bad. And
Mm.
like he would get upset over the most smallest change ever.
Really.
Since he was white, you could definitely see it in his face.
Really.
Like he would get tomato red if things did not go his way. Like somebody did this, he would yell at them. No, he would pull them aside, have a conversation with them. Second time it happens, he yells at them. I was like, what the hell? Like, and the way that he made it sound like, oh, but don't worry, I'll bring you back. Like, I'll send an individual call to you, whatever, whatever, right? After he just said, then I'm not gonna bring you back.
Mm.
Like, really? You just said you're not gonna bring me back because of my schedule, but you just said you will bring me back. Well, you will give me a call to come back within a certain amount of time. I never got a call. And H&M, we had like this group chat, right? This group me or group chat,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Next I get removed from the chat. And I wasn't the only one. It was also another coworker who also happened to work at Amazon too. But he ended up leaving because he didn't like the title job that he was doing,
Mm-hmm.
or the job title he was doing. So I was just like, wow. And he ended up letting go another person because he didn't feel comfortable about working again because of the corona spike.
Yeah.
Because it started to happen again. He was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable coming back, but I'll come back like October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cause he's like, cause I got school going on. He's like, oh well, no, because then we're gonna need somebody to replace you. So he literally just let him go right off the bat.
Oh wow.
So I was just like, golly. I mean, it is retail. It is replaceable.
Mm-hmm.
And next, I had a conversation with also another ex coworker. We were talking about like anime, right? Because she was asking me about like what type of anime could I recommend, and she told me that there was like, I think, 7 job openings for employees. I was like, really? Why would you let go of all these people? Because one, they don't feel comfortable. Two, they have some time on their schedule, just not on a specific day or days they can't work. I was like you have all your full timers, right? Like obviously they're the ones who do the heavy lifting, as just not as much as the managers really. But I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So I just said whatever, sticking to full time with Amazon now.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, at least.
Yeah. Of course. Hopefully you get that film thing going on soon.
Oh,
Like, not,
shooting for the show. Yeah, I hope so, but probably till next year,
mm-hmm.
2021. Let's hope that's a good year. Let's hope that's a good year, because I don't think I could put up with people bitching about wearing a mask and
Yeah.
how hot it is.
It's all a weird thing going on. I don't know. Like,
I know, right? Like, I made this joke to my sisters, but I'm gonna say it here. I said I feel like a superhero having to leave the house with a mask. You know, I leave. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my mask. You know, it gives off like that
Yeah.
that Spider-Man
Like, oh
vibe. You know,
fuck.
like my mask. Shit, I can't have nobody see. But it just feels like that. You know, I feel like I have to cover my identity, or well, cover sort of my identity.
I do like walking around that way though. Like people don't notice me or they don't like go up and talk to me. I just do
Yeah.
my thing. That's
Mhm.
that is that's one good thing I see about it.
Yeah.
It's positive.
Also at work we in the break rooms they're like spaced out like tables and chairs, so obviously, precautions. I actually like that.
Mhm.
I actually like sitting by myself. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but like cuz like I'm watching like my anime, I'm watching movies, or I'm watching like gameplay of a certain game that I just remembered. For
Mhm.
example, like LA Noire. Have you heard of that game?
No.
It's like a 2006 game.
What's the name again?
LA Noire. It's like
I've probably seen it,
yeah,
but I can't
it's
think
it's
about it.
like you're basically a cop. You start off as a cop from like the 19 mid 1940s, and you work your way up as a detective in LA.
Mhm.
So it's pretty cool. I'm like on this part, spoiler if you know the game or not, but I'm at the part where he ends up getting demoted from advice because he was caught sleeping with another woman while he was married.
Mm.
So now he's in the arson department. So
Yeah.
it's interesting how things took a turn because he worked his way up, you know. And next you know, bam, got demoted for making a really silly mistake.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't know what his intentions were because throughout the whole time we're playing, he sounds like a genuinely good person because he also served time in the military.
Mhm.
So it was pretty interesting. But back to Amazon. Now, once the ghost is clear, oh boy. I've seen like how it was before the separation of the chairs
Mhm.
because they were actually all together where people could sit next to each other.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, well, shit, I gotta make friends that I could sit next to. Don't get me wrong, like I've acquainted myself with a handful of people, so it makes work go by
Oh
easier,
yeah, yeah.
especially like 12 hours. Like well, my Saturday to Sunday shift, it was interesting because I had like two coworkers that I've talked to, and they know each other as well. So it's like the three of us had a conversation when production was going slow, and it's been slow during like these past months. It's been really slow,
That's interesting.
and it's gonna only get slower. But now, oh, now they're gonna have 7 packers for 2 rebinners,
Hmm.
which is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Cause they're gonna be sitting their asses on the fucking counter the whole time, while 2 rebinners are trying to fill up a fucking spot for an order so they can pack. It's,
Hmm.
it's gonna be annoying as hell. I hope that's not the case. It most likely will be because I've talked to like some of the vets that worked there for a while, and it's already been like that for the last 2 years. The facilities in Capel have actually been there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and they're fairly new still. So I was
Yeah.
like, wow. So I was like, well, shit, you know?
That's how big Amazon is, though.
I know, cause I've only known the one in Garland, Dallas, and in Fort Worth. I never heard of a one in Capel.
Those are huge.
I know, right? And
Very.
think about it, cause like they have to expand everywhere, cause now that obviously demand is so high right now.
Yeah.
Like, from what I heard recently, have you heard of like a job listing, an app, sort of like it's called a Instacart,
I've heard of it.
where like
I'm not.
you basically shop for somebody and you
Mm.
deliver to them.
Hmm.
It's like Uber, but like
For shopping.
for shopping.
I've heard of it, but I'm not too
Mm-hmm.
well read on about
Well,
that.
I worked as an Instacart driver for like 2 weeks
Mhm.
before like I got my job at Amazon, right? But well, before I started, no, I did it for like 3 weeks. I don't remember. For like during like the when I started losing my jobs,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I did. Um, it was all right. It was fairly good. I think I choose that over Uber Eats delivery driver. You know,
Mhm.
because like I feel like you get so much more tips from Instacart than doing
Rude.
Uber.
Yeah.
Cause like literally this I had 5 cases where these people would tip me through the app, right? So it would be like, for example, it would be like an $11 order, oh well, an $11 like opportunity for you, and then obviously they have the tip, right? They add either like a 5, 10, whatever, right? It was an $11 trip with a $15 tip. So I took it right off the bat because I was like, hey, that's good money for like almost an hour's worth, right? I go from, the Sprouts Market, food marketplace?
Yeah, yeah. I do.
But I went to the one up in Frisco
Mhm.
because that's where they're closer by. So obviously I drove up there, did the shopping, went down to their house, right? This is already like about an hour and a half later. I finally drop it off. Lady comes up to me, gives me a solid 20. I'm like, oh, well, here's your tip, sir. I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like, no, thank you for your service. I'm like, oh, okay. but but damn, a $25 job already with another 20 in your own going directly to your pocket. That's already a $45 trip within about an hour and a half to 2 hours right there. So I was like, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
Because like some jobs were like, I picked up like the small jobs that were like super quick to do, but they gave you a lot of bank. I did like a 30-minute job and got $20. So that's what I essentially did for like some time. But Amazon has that thing, right? But like obviously you're not getting tips or anything. You deliver the fresh products within an hour or less, or like within 2 hours or less, right? You know about that program?
No, not really. No.
It was like you order something and you'll get it within 2 hours or less. And it's mainly like fresh products, really.
Mm.
Like, milk, your veggies basically, really. Or like same day delivery, you know? So it would basically just be local, but we had that in one of the facilities, but they ended up shutting down, or well, cutting it because demand was so low in July or in June or July that like not a lot of people, excuse me, were ordering fresh, you know, 2 hours or less orders. Instead, it was like next day, a few days from now, that type of delivery. So I was like, damn. So they ended up getting let go. Some people, I don't know who they were because they were in like the facility next to mine or like the neighboring one. So for that, that's what they had. And I was like, oh, wow. That's what I was going to do originally. Just be a shopper because I was like, I'm already used to Instacart. But I was like, well, do I really want to like do it for like, because they do it like 6 hours a shift, a day. And you're getting paid like 15. That's not really, I mean, as a part-timer, that's cool. But like, you need to make money because it's the pandemic. Anything could happen at any moment. So you want to at least be prepared financially.
Yeah.
But I applied for it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna back out of this application. So I just backed out of it and just went towards overnight. So
Mm.
fun fact: if you work during like the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, and you work overnight, you get like $1.30 increase.
Oh, really?
So on Saturdays, I only get like a 16.30.
Damn.
So 2 days out of 2 days of, well, 2 shifts out of the 3, I get 15, and the other is 16.30.
Damn.
Yeah, so when that $2 increase was going on, it was like seventeen
You
seventeen,
jumped on
and
that,
then
yeah, for
eighteen
sure.
thirty. Yeah, and the overtime bonus. Oh man, I've met people there who worked like 6 days a week, and they were making like 15 grand a week. I was like,
Ooh.
God dang. And like they would pick up the shifts too, because we have like that option on like the app that we have,
Mm-hmm.
or you could just come in voluntarily. And I was like,
Shit.
damn. And I took some opportunities, but wow, was it hella boring and long, because you're so used to doing like your standard one.
Mm-hmm.
Next, you know, you're adding another one. That's like 2 hours less, but it's just so long, and you feel like you don't want to be there anymore. But you just have to, like, you know, you just gotta wait it out until it's 5 a.m. Clock out. Boom.
Go home. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
And that's why you shroom up.
Heck no. But I'm still taking, like, I recently started getting some overtime opportunities.
Yeah.
Because whenever it ended, I was like, there's really no point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Because they started doing like 10 p.m. till 5:30 a.m. So I was like, that's like a decent 7.5 hour shift. So
Yeah.
might as well, you know? I'm thinking about picking one up on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any, because we
Yeah.
can't just walk in anymore. Because now you can get in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can get like a write up as your first warning. Like, there's certain things that they're really strict on.
Yeah. It's the giant companies that are
Yeah.
like the corporations, just because there's so much there's so much pressure on them.
And mass production as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
But-
like local places, just like wear a mask and you're good.
Yeah. But here it's for my facility, we have to meet demand in a certain manner, or like in a certain timely manner. So
Mhm.
like, for example, we gotta make like, I don't know, like 150,000 orders within the first 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's just an example. I don't know how much we have to do, but like, I meet my numbers like daily, so, well, weekly. So I'm not getting, you know, called up or rung up on anything like, hey, you're being fucking slow, pick up the pace, or we're just gonna get rid of you.
Yeah.
But like, dude, whenever they get so many people, like newcomers or, well, inbounds, I swear it's like I got nothing to do now, because then next you know they fill up my spot from what I do. Next you know I gotta do the labor shifts, which honestly, I don't think the people who do labor shifts should get paid 15. You know, because like I got a good taste of what it was like to push a heavy cart. Not only that, the cart itself was already like 75 pounds, right? The wheels were already like beginning to fall out, so it could just collapse at any moment. And next you know, you had to add like 10 stacks. No, yeah, like 10 stacks of totes. Each one already weighs like about, I want to say like 30 to 40 pounds. And they're like about, reaching up to my height in height. So like you got to have 10 of those suckers on there, including the cart that you got to push. And there's no AC blowing on you.
That sounds rough.
It was rough for that first time. Like, I had to walk down this entire like hallway. Not, but like the term that they did, it was called tote water spider. That's what the job is called. It's weird. I don't know why they call it water spider.
It's weird.
But basically, I had to drop off totes for like these stowers that were using the totes to fill them up, and then send the totes down to downstairs where the inductors would, do their thing, right? So I was basically responsible for replenishing it, right? So when my car was empty, it felt amazing. But next you know, I gotta go across. But next you know, I gotta go to the other side to pick up more totes to do the same thing
Yeah.
for 12 hours. And I was like, fuck this. I'm only gonna do till like 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did
Yeah.
the first time, because it felt like I was doing and excruciating walk. Like at 12 to 1 a.m. in the morning, my calves were numb. Like you could feel the burn and like you're sweating and drenched, right?
Yeah.
Like they give you like opportunities to like to wipe off the sweat with like the paper towels that they have and like have like water fountains for you, you know?
And you're also a really fit guy as well.
Huh?
You're also a pretty fit guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like say like, oh hell yeah, like, but
You are.
like, but like even as a fit person, like I've seen fit people do like similar feats, and
Mhm.
I've seen them like from a distance, and they're tired out. Like, oh my god, I don't think I've ever like done something like that before. I've probably walked a hike in like 4 hours and was called quits. Like, oh yeah, I'm done. But not for like 10 hours straight.
Mhm.
So the first time I did it, I called quits and left home early.
Yeah.
And next, I get told to do it again. I was like, shit.
Fuck.
I said, you know what? If I'm gonna get an opportunity to do this again, I might as well use it as a way to, burn fat. Burn some calories.
Mhm.
Grow my calf muscles. Because I got small calves in my opinion. Dude, it's just due to my genetics. So
Mhm.
I use that as an opportunity. I use that as an opportunity, to like, to really, drop some weight.
Yeah.
Because like what most people think when they work at a warehouse, it's you're gonna be burning a lot of weight or like burning a lot of calories. You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna eat a lot. Not really, bro. There's people there who sit on their ass for 12 hours straight,
Yeah, I bet there
doing
are.
doing what they doing what they have to do. And then there's some people like what I was doing, the labor shifts that have to
Mhm.
haul a fucking
Yeah, 'cause
cart.
I worked at a warehouse, or it wasn't a warehouse, but I worked construction.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out in the sun all day, like for a summer,
Oh
and
man,
it was.
it's awful.
Yeah, there was. I remember there was a project. We had to build a fence,
Wait,
and like,
I think it was the one that didn't you have to do the one where there was a house that burned?
oh, that was a different one. I'll get
Yeah.
to that one in a sec.
Damn, I
But
remember that. I was like, it was that one, right? Oh no,
no, no, no, that was
but
a
now
different
that.
one. No, there was a fence, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like in shit June.
Highland Park.
Yeah, it was in Island Park.
Oh, it was.
It was in that area.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, cause we worked at like all the rich houses, all of that.
I was about to say Highland Park is normally a place where there's a lot of
Yeah.
places for like construction like
Mhm.
that.
Oh yeah, of course. There's all the primos.
And somewhat in Mesquite too. So,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
continue.
All the primos are there.
Compas.
But yeah, we had to build a fence in like in the
Mhm.
middle of summer. They were actually working on my neighbor's fence like a few days
Oh
ago.
wow, really? Which
Mhm.
one?
Or this side.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, the neighbors on my. I mean, it was the same people that worked the one on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they're gonna eventually do our fence.
Ah, wait.
But
Are they like city workers or?
no, they're
Oh,
they're
independent.
independent.
Oh,
Yeah, they're a
awesome.
company. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they're dope. They finished that in, like, not even exaggerating, a little over 2 days.
Damn.
The whole thing. They took down the old one. They made
Damn.
new holes in, like put the other one
Mhm.
up.
Damn.
It was.
I put the posts up for the fence. Yeah.
Yeah, the first day they took, like while they were taking out the old fence, they were already digging the new
Mhm.
holes.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I've had my fair share in like building a fence,
yeah.
like pulling out the freaking post, cause like at the bottom you have to fill it up with concrete
Mhm.
or like cement, and that motherfucker's heavy.
Yeah. Not only that, but you have to
Oh my
straighten it
God.
up
And
exactly.
you have to straighten it up.
It
That's
has to be
such a
exact.
pain.
Yeah.
There was a technique that my brother-in-law tried to learn, cause he wanted to learn how to like properly make a fence, but when it came to the post lining, I forgot the technique that he showed me. But man, it's intense.
Yeah, it really is.
Cause like you have to dig like what how many feet, like 4 or 5 feet?
It's like 3 or 4 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But like trying to like pull out a freaking cement block,
Yeah.
it's a
that's-
pain.
Yeah. It
I remember
really
doing
is.
it for the first time for my fence, cause
Mhm.
my fence ended up falling, and one of the posts like completely snapped. So it was even better. We don't got to pull out the damn pole out.
Yeah.
We just gotta pull out the remainder that's inside, because it snapped in the inside. So only
Mm.
a foot of it was still attached to the cement block. So it was, easy job.
It
That's what
was easier, but
everybody
still.
wants. Everybody loves to have that one, but we ended up getting lucky to have that. So I remember having to pull it out, and I was like, God damn! It's like I'm like deadlifting, but with no bar. I'm using a rope to pull it out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the ropes are like not even the best option because normally construction workers use like these digs, right? They just dig in with machines, right, to get them out.
Mhm.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah, some of them do that. They're
Yeah,
all
that's what I say.
different.
Some of them, yeah, but some are different. But like for us, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, also obviously it was also in the summertime, so it was a
Yeah.
bitch. So I've had my fair share.
Yeah, it was that one, and then it was the burnt house. It was in August.
Damn, I remember. And I was like, I remember you posted about it, and I was like, was that y'all's house? I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
freaking out. I was like, no way this could
Like,
happen. I was like,
nah. You
wow.
would have seen it.
Not where I live now.
Probably. You would have seen
Oh,
the
the
smoke.
smoke. Yeah, I
You would
would
have
have seen
seen
the
the
smoke.
smoke.
Yeah, but damn. But what happened? How did it
I
start?
don't even know, to be honest, but there were just like a whole deal because it was actually like the owner of the house was a lawyer.
Oh shit.
So he'd try to, when I mean everyone, I mean he'd try to fuck up everyone
Really?
in terms of like, yeah, he was filing lawsuits left and right. I
Even on y'all?
I don't know, cause my dad's a contractor,
Mhm.
so he's just like, or he's an independent contractor, so he
Mhm.
just goes to the job site. So like someone else will find the
To
jobs
to
like
view
here.
to view them real quick and see whether or not they want to take it. Is that
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like he'll get, or he'll actually get the offers from like bigger contract or like actual builders,
Yeah.
and like he'll show up and like
See what it's like
see the
for.
site and then like work on it.
Yeah.
So that's what he does.
I know. I know. You guys get paid big, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of money in construction, but it's
Oh,
a
for sure.
lot of hard
But
work,
it's a
man.
lot of labor. Yeah.
It's a lot of labor, dude. And then and then of course we had to wear, like, that was my first experience with a mask. So that's why like I can breathe perfectly fine,
Oh yeah.
cuz we had to wear the actual N95 mask, or else like we'd
Oh
have like
yeah.
the ashes.
Fucking ashes and anything hazardous around.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So we had to wear like those like N95 masks at like 100 degrees in August.
Dude.
That was
Wait. They're like leather, right? They're like latex leather.
I don't know what they are.
But like, true fact, my dad ended up buying some for us.
Hmm.
So it's crazy like how they look. I
Yeah.
look like I came out of like I feel and look like I'm an operator from like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
cuz they have like that skin pack. But damn, I remember the ones that we have, they just like they just cover up like here and that's it. They don't cover like the whole head as some do.
Mhm.
They just cover up the eyes, obviously, basically everything that needs to be covered
Mhm.
except the ears.
And then like even the guy, like the owner, he would also work with us, like clean up. And he had like the actual, like, not a gas mask, but the ones that look like that.
Oh,
Like the ones that painters wear.
just for like around their mouths.
No, 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 like the actual ones with, like the tube sticking out, like the ones
Oh.
that, like, you've seen like those
Oh,
spray
okay.
painters,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that. That's what he would
Okay.
wear. I'm like, how the fuck can this man breathe? Like, how the fuck? I would go out every 10 minutes to like catch a breath because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're under the sun. It's like 100 and.
Well, it was inside, but it was all like, it
Oh, but
was,
there's no ventilation. I mean, there was, but
well, the house was burnt down.
yeah, and it's fucking charred. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's charred, there's ashes going around everywhere, and then it's also hot as fuck.
Heat and heat just don't go well, man. God damn.
It doesn't. That's when like I'll just go to Alaska.
Honestly, I love the cold. I wanna move up north.
I mean, if you think about it, like the happiest countries are up north.
Yeah, just not New York.
No, people are more sane there. Like, why do you think you hear about Florida, man?
Cause you're just fucking crazy, man.
The heat fucks you up. Like when it's 60, when it drops below 70, they're freezing.
Oh yeah, cause that's like the coldest they've ever experienced.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the highest
And
is
like
like
you
what?
try to do something in New York, you're like, "Hey, bitch, let's go fight." You go out, you step out outside, like, "No, no, 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 we ain't doing this." Nah, you go back inside. I remember there was a there was a cold wave, or there was like an Arctic wave. I think if it wasn't
A
this
cold front.
winter, a cold front. If it wasn't this winter, it was the one before, where it was
Uh-huh.
like 50 below zero in like Chicago and like those cities.
Yes,
And
dude.
I remember this one police department. They're like, please don't commit crimes. It's way too cold. We're not trying to
We're
go
not trying to
outside.
fucking go outside.
I'm
Not
like,
only
if you're
that,
trying,
they're like fucking buried with like 5 feet of snow.
yeah, but it's because the Great Lakes are there.
Yeah. As a kid, I was born in Chicago,
Oh, were
so
you? Oh, shit.
yeah. So like, I would see like the snow pile up.
Yeah.
So I'm like familiar with that. So I whenever I hear it, I'm like, God damn, 3 feet of snow, shit.
Mhm. It sucks we only get ice here.
Sleet,
Sleet and ice. Yeah.
sleet and ice. But like, I remember it was like my freshman year of high school, and it was like your sophomore year. Remember that one day in April where it snowed
Oh yeah,
out
yeah.
of
We're
fucking
talking about
nowhere?
that. Yeah, we're talking about that.
Out of
I
fucking
was like, what the
nowhere,
fuck in
it
April,
fucking
bro?
snowed in April.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
next you know, at night it's still cold. Like it's
Mhm.
still cold at night, but in the morning, next you know, it's fucking hot as
Yeah, and
balls.
then the snow was gone.
And the
I was
snow
like,
was
oh
gone.
fuck.
Like you could see everything melting, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, no, it was raining that day. It first rained,
And then it
got
snowed.
cold, snowed, and then throughout the night, it just started to melt because it started to get hot again.
That was crazy.
That was fucking weird. A week. It was like a few weeks after spring break. Because
Mhm.
our spring break, it just rained. It
Oh
was
yeah.
rainy and it was windy and nobody could do anything. We were.
I was doing something during that. I don't remember what it
It was
was.
your sophomore year.
No, I don't remember what it was.
It was all I know is it was your sophomore year because it happened my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So all I remember it was crazy as balls. Everybody's like fucking
Like, fuck,
panicking.
bro. Huh.
Fucking 2012 is happening.
It's
Oh my
snowing in April.
God. No, it's in April, dude. How the
That
fuck?
was, I don't know,
That
man.
was trippy. That's true Texas weather right there.
It is.
And I hear sirens going
Bipolar
off
as
right
fuck,
now.
yeah. I'm gonna finish up pretty soon now.
Oh, with this podcast.
Yeah.
How long have we been going for?
3 hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
I got the timer. It's after 2.
Dude, it's already after 2.
Yeah, yeah. So like, where can people find you? We'll pretty much end it here.
All right.
Like
Well.
in terms of no, I was asking like, where can people find you in terms of like social media or
Oh,
that?
social media. You could. I mean, I would do my best to use Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach me out there. Reach me out on Snapchat.
Or like your streaming site.
Oh, streaming for. Oh, Twitch.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I'm considering Twitch.
Mm.
Yeah. Because I don't want to do YouTube live or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like you gotta be like big on YouTube first and then use it to like generate more revenue, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's already hard enough to like even like start up a YouTube and get known. Because like I had an ex coworker, who's now full time into YouTube.
Really.
Yeah, all he does is vlogs really and some challenges.
Hmm.
So he's a pretty dope guy.
Yeah.
I do miss him sometimes because like we would have like these dope ass conversations. So honestly, Jordan, if you're hearing this, I hope you're doing well, bud. But aside from all that, live streaming will be on Twitch. I don't know when, I don't know where I'll start doing it, but
yeah.
hopefully by the end of this year's fall, hopefully
You'll have it up.
I'll have it up. If not, most likely when I move out and have my own place around this time next year.
Hmm.
So
Sounds dope.
yeah.
Well, like really, or like my advice I can give, just start it.
Just started right now.
Just start it. I mean, you're not gonna know shit either way when you start. Like, yeah, you'll do
Yeah.
research, but you're not gonna know shit.
You're
You
not
might
gonna
as
really.
well.
You don't get the full experience. You don't
Yeah, and so you
understand
actually
shit.
like, you
Yeah.
might as well just start and like, it's all trial and error. Like, just see what works
Mhm.
out, what doesn't. Like,
It's just the only problem is spacing in my room.
yeah.
That's literally like the main issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, literally, my room is almost the size as this.
Well, you can figure it out.
Oh well, it's similar,
Yeah, I mean,
similar.
I
But
mean,
like
you
you
can.
have things panned out nice.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I got a big ass bed right there, and
Mhm.
I got a really wide counter where where I have my clothes in it, and it's freaking long too.
Mhm.
So it's like, well, I don't got space for. I don't have space for like like a specific desk and counter.
Mhm.
Like I use like the bed, like the dress, the dresser counter as like where I put my TV and my PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have a lot of space to put another monitor and then a PC or computer to help run that thing up.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, my shit really just started out. It's just all trial and error.
yeah, because then I gotta rearrange a shitload of
Yeah.
stuff in my room, and it's gonna be really space will be really cramped. That's
Mhm.
the issue that
I
I don't
mean,
want. That's the one thing I don't want. But if it's what I gotta do to start it up,
yeah,
then
just
I
start it
gotta
up.
I
Just
gotta change a
yeah.
lot of things. It's gonna be it's gonna be really annoying too.
Well, I mean, I just figured this out like a few weeks ago. Really, like in terms of like where to put all my stuff,
Mhm.
because really I'll just like cram stuff on the bed and like throw
Yeah.
stuff everywhere. I just like
Oh, like how you have all
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I figured it out like very recently. Like it was all crammed up, but
I feel like you should put them like up on the wall.
mhm,
I mean, because you get like a lot of more floor space.
mhm,
Because like wall space, there's not really a lot of things you do with a wall besides like hang up like certain things
like
like
my album
posters,
cup.
albums, or
Yeah,
like on the wall shelves that people do.
mhm,
Because that's what my sister has.
yeah,
So or
yeah,
like a mounted TV. That's
mhm,
really it.
yeah,
Anything else, there's really not much use of a wall space. So
mhm.
that's what I might do. Just put my
Well, shit.
my computer monitor on the fucking wall.
I mean, shit. You can if it
I
works. It
can if it
works.
works, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Just go for it.
But but yeah, hopefully it pans out well. Cause like where I am in my house is the worst place for Wi-Fi to reach.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
I even bought like a Wi-Fi range extender.
Mhm.
It's working fine, but like now I had to add another what's it called? Device that
Yeah.
requires a lot of Wi-Fi, the
Mhm.
usage of Wi-Fi. So I hope it pans out well.
Yeah.
That's like the main things I'm looking out for.
Mhm.
Not only that, my room is the hottest in the fucking summer, so
Ooh. Well.
so having all that shit on,
Yeah.
oh my god, I need like fans on fans. Like
Yeah.
I have two fans in my room just so I could like sleep and like at least feel the breeze.
Mhm.
Cause even if I like open the window, it's still like hot air is just gonna come through and just demolish my room with heat.
Mhm.
So hopefully that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
This late
Good luck with
fall,
that.
this late
Yeah.
fall, hopefully it pans out well. Cause obviously when it's wintertime, it's gonna get cold. So
Yeah.
obviously I got like the computer and the PlayStation to generate the heat.
Yeah. You'll be fine there.
I'll be fine in the winter, just not summer.
Yeah.
So
Well, shit, man. Good luck with that. Hit me up when it's on,
when it's
like,
on,
or whenever you start.
because like the one thing I want to do is I want to like collab with people.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Because like I don't want to just be like playing games and just stream that the
Mhm.
whole time. Like that's like a major component. That's what it is gonna be for. But like also like having people to talk to with.
Yeah.
Like if like have some viewers play with me, or like be on a
Mhm.
Skype call where we can just talk, or like
Yeah.
have something like this going on with you and me
Talking for 3 hours plus.
for 3 hours plus. God dang, this is your first time, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your first
That's
one.
this is my first 3 hour episode.
Congrats about that. I am honored to fulfill that
Yeah,
whole.
I was trying to get Rainy to be the first 3 hour one, but you
Damn,
beat him
my
to it.
bad.
Nah, it's all good.
Nah, beat him. Nah, have him do the 4 hour. That one's gonna be killer.
I could probably get him to 4 hours, to be honest.
Especially with that crocodile hunting one.
Dang, yeah, man. Well,
I want to hear that one. That one's gonna be really interesting.
well, shit, man. It was dope having you on here. Like, it was a lot of fun.
As a first timer, this was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
entertaining and fun actually.
Yeah. It's definitely not boring.
It's not boring at all when you
Yeah.
have like a shitload of things to talk about.
Yeah, that's why I'm structured. Just start talking, man. Really. See where it goes.
It's not for people who might start it. It's not like a fucking interview
It's not. I mean, you don't do 3 hour interviews.
unless you're doing like fucking simulations. But
I
we're not
mean,
doing that.
we'll get into the simulation theory later on, but I'll see everyone later then.
All right.
Peace.
This was Luigi Marbar signing out.
Peace.
Deuces.